How's it going, Twitch? My name is Skull, and on behalf of East Asia Soft, welcome to today's stream. Today, I am continuing my playthrough of Dead of Darkness, out now on consoles. This was a highly reviewed game on PC, and now it's on consoles. It has voice acting from 25 voice actors that East Asia Soft casted and directed ourselves. And if you're wondering why we are live today on Thursday instead of Friday like we usually are, it's because I have a very special guest with me. In the call right now, we have the developer of Dead of Darkness, Marcus. Are you there?
I'm here. Thank you very much.
All right. I can't believe I didn't think to ask this before the call. How would you prefer for me to call you? Is Marcus okay?
Marcus is fine. Yeah.
Marcus is fine. Okay. I knew I forgot something. Okay. Marcus, thank you so much for being here. Please go ahead and tell everyone who you are and what your relation is with this game.
I'm Marcus. I'm the developer of Dead of Darkness, and I'm 38 years old, and I'm from Germany. And I worked on this game mostly alone, together with some very great freelancers who helped me in getting all the stuff done that I normally can't do myself. And here we are. I hope you will enjoy the game.
All right. Wow. So this was mostly your game. You basically did this yourself.
Yeah.
It is very good for a one man project. Like really good.
Thank you very much.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and continue my game. So we ended the day on Tuesday by going to the safe spot map. So we've explored most of Graham Manor first floor. We still have a few rooms here that are red, which means that they still have some items in them that we need to pick up later. And it looks like there's one way for us to go that I haven't explored yet. Looks like that top left corner. So I'm going to go ahead and make my way there. Um, yeah, almost alone. So, Marcus, go ahead and tell us a bit about. I think my first question I want to ask is why did you make this game?
Well, it's pretty obvious that the biggest inspiration for the game are actually coming from the very first Resident Evil game, because that was actually one of the first, or maybe the first horror game that I played as a kid. And somehow, over the years, I had this feeling that I wanted to recreate basically the same feeling that I had when I first played this game back then, when I was, I don't know, 12 or 13 years old, maybe, and focus this time around more intensely on the story aspect, because that's something that I always missed in some of the survival horror games, especially in Resident Evil. And I always wanted to make something where it's more about the characters, where there's a little bit more character development, and that's basically the idea that I had to start working on the game.
All right. Well, it looks like I need a purple gem to get through that door, so I think I've explored every single room that I can on this floor. So I've yet to go up the stairs. Let's go ahead and do that and see what's up there. Um, all right. Well, you do have a pretty interesting story here. Definitely the story is what got my attention at first, because you have this wide range of characters and there's a lot of mystery going on with a lot of the characters. I'm still calling that the man wearing the white coat's the bad guy. But anyway, up the stairs we go. So, how long did it take for you to figure out how all the characters work with each other? There's a lot of zombies up here. I'm going back down where it's safe. I only have
Um,
12 bullets, so let me think. Let me think this through.
there was a lot of rewriting definitely when it came to the story, because initially it wasn't this big, and I think the final version is maybe the fourth draft or so I made for the game. Initially, when I first started, there was much less focus on combat. It was much more a classic adventure game with creatures that basically just stalk you a bit. For example, when you go on my Twitter and you go back to the when I think in 2022 or so, when I started working on the game, you see that, for example, the rooms were all interconnected and enemies could follow you through rooms, and there was a lot back and forth and getting it all done.
Hmm.
And yeah.
All right, we just picked up a handwritten note here. Some handwritten notes with no obvious order. Hasn't slept or eaten since we arrived. Talks to multiple imaginary friends in the hallways, often at night. Obsessed with exploring the place. Reckless. Grandparents seem very distant. No support from William, too busy with himself. Medication doesn't seem to work. Dosage correct? Yeah, spooky time. Hello, Roth. Nice to see you. It's been a while. So, let's... Oh, bullets, bullets. Yes, I will take those. It's very interesting. Like, the inventory in this game seems to be just about exactly what you need at any given time. And it looks like you did a really good job of making sure that, like, you can't accidentally softlock yourself. Like, I've found lockpicks right when I need them. I've found bullets right when I need them. Did it take a while for you to get that all balanced out to make sure that you always have what you need?
Yeah, when it comes to stuff like beta testing was definitely a nightmare. So I think most of this was
No pun
last
intended.
last last November, and it was intense because there were a few issues that eventually came up because there, for example, one thing that we thought about close to the end of development was maybe it would be nice if you were able to drop items, for example, when you don't want to run to an item box. And that feature got canned pretty quickly because this doesn't work at all, because there were so many areas that you can later on not revisit easily, and it was very easy to drop something that you desperately need later on, and then it was basically a soft lock. So there was a lot going back and forth in getting this done.
Yeah, I bet. I still have a lockpick on me. I'm holding on to it just in case I need it, but I'm also thinking there's a few places on the first floor that I might use it on instead. I'm trying to decide. And I think that's part of the fun right now is it feels like I actually have a lot of choice on where I can go. This is not a linear game, which is really nice because it really feels like I got a lot of freedom to explore just about wherever I want.
Yeah, but that's also something that was very important for me when making the game, because even later on, when you progress in the game, it opens up quite a bit more, so that you always have this feeling that there's not just one route that you have to go, but you can do multiple things at once, and
Hmm.
find also the smartest route where the less enemies are, for example, when you start out.
I just got to this door. It's locked. There's a hexagonal notch in the center of the door leaf. That's interesting. I suppose that means that at some point I'm going to need to find something that fits there so I can enter that door. There's a lot of doors and a lot of ways to open them. Most of those ways I haven't figured out how yet. So that tells me that there's a lot more to this game than just this place. Like, it really feels like this is just the beginning, which is really cool. All right, looks like I got this door and one other door that I can check out. Ooh, another note. Old greeting card from a gift. There's a lot of characters in this game. Do you have a favorite character?
My favorite character is Olivia, actually.
Olivia. Okay.
Hmm.
Oh, this is interesting. Dearest Danielle, I hope you like this necklace. The purple gem actually has a long history connected to this island. It was discovered by a construction worker when the foundation for the mansion was built sometime around 1560. Wow, this this mansion is older than my country. It's twice as old as my country, as a matter of fact. That's just, I mean, it's Europe, so that's no big deal for you guys. But yeah, over here everything is so young in comparison. It was perfectly polished when found. One has to wonder how long it has been buried there and how it got there in the first place. I also have the chest handcrafted for you. It has a unique locking mechanism. Once fully assembled, simply press the buttons on the side at the same time and it will open. There's the clue. Yep. Looks to me that we have information on the purple gem. Oh my god, that scared me. Oh my goodness, that actually scared me so bad. You enjoyed that, didn't you? You enjoyed.
Absolutely. Every time.
Scared me too when I came out of the thing underneath the van and there were 3 zombies there all of a sudden. Oh, goodness. Oh no, I'm out of bullets! Oh dear.
If you're quick, you can grab it.
I was not quick. I might still... Am I alive? It didn't let me grab it. I'm going to leave and try going back. That's bad. Okay, I got painkillers. Okay. Okay. I got a first aid kit. What am I doing? Okay. Well, let's try that again. Whoa, that's just painkillers! There's nothing in the other one! Okay, what? And the map is green in that room, which means I picked up everything. Okay. Well, I might be in trouble here. Hang on. Okay. Ponder this. Charles gifted Danielle a handcrafted gift and wrote down instructions on how to open it once fully assembled. Multiple buttons need to be pressed at the same time. Okay. Also, I had a question about the knife. Is it supposed to be useless?
It's difficult to use. No, you can when you have slow enemies like Woods, you can take out quite a few of them if you're quick.
Okay, I'll remember that. Because I tried it against a ghoul the first time I saw one, and it just did nothing. So, all right, now we're in this. I'm out of bullets for these things, so need to go somewhere.
Are you playing on moderate difficulty or on hard?
I'm playing on moderate. That was the default.
Okay.
Oh, that's interesting. No signal detected. What? Huh? I assume that's part of the game. Okay. There better be some bullets in here somewhere. Also, I really appreciate that you can press a button to see what in the room you can interact with. That's a really good attention to detail. That's a really good... Yes, bullets! Only 5! Okay. I'll take it over nothing at all. It's really, really considerate of you to give players the option to actually look at things to make sure that they... Oop. That door doesn't open. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm trying to say. The bathtub has been recently cleaned. It's interesting that some of these bathrooms have been recently cleaned and others are very, very not. That tells me that there's a reason for that, that there's a story reason for that. These zombies are hungry. Oh. Oh, man. Might be dead. No, I'm alive, I'm alive, barely. Whew. Okay. Oh, there's a safe. A safe with a mechanical dial lock. If you had the combination, you could open it. Also, another thing about this game that I realized is, like, I picked up the piano notes item, but when I played it at the piano, nothing happened, which tells me that, like, there's a lot more depth and layers to this game than it appears at first glance. You would think that it's as simple as find the item to work with the other item, but that tells me, no, you need multiple items to make it work, and you can find those multiple items by unlocking multiple other items. Like, there's a lot of depth to this game. More bullets. Thank you so much for putting bullets right here. That is my personal thank you to you. You still there? Hello?
I'm still here.
Okay.
I'm still here.
Okay, sorry. You just weren't saying anything for a while there. Okay. Okay, first aid kit. Use that. Whew. Okay, I got enough bullets to kill those zombies now. And it's also nice that when you kill or the ghouls, whatever they are, it's nice when you kill them, they don't respawn, which means it's safe to walk through that area of the house all over again. Except when they do respawn and then scare me to death.
Exactly.
Okay, so how long do you think it took for you to make this game?
Oh, that's a hard one. I think the thing is, when I started working on this was really slow because I was just figuring out the concept and the story. There wasn't much going on for a long while. I think I started when COVID started. It must have been end of 2020 or so. But I tried various engines. I tried Unity for a while. I tried also some RPG Maker versions, and I eventually settled with Game Maker by the end of 2022, where I rebuilt everything. So from then, production really started. So it was roughly 2 years to get it all done.
Okay. That's, I mean, 2 years for this as a one-person team. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it was definitely intense at some point. For example, the whole beta testing and the whole getting everything done, mostly last fall, for example, that was intense time because a lot of work had to be done to get this all together.
Okay. Well, I just found another lock pick, and it looks like I'm done exploring the upstairs, so I have two...
There's still something left in the one room with the safe, right?
Yeah, it was the safe. I don't have the combination. Oh, wait, yes, I do! I picked up the combination at the end of last stream. I actually know it. It's the safe code. 6 left, 12 right, and 8 left. So, actually, wait, can I just use it? Yes. Yes, I can. The Sun Medallion. Oh, okay, so this goes with the other statue. Okay. And you promised you wouldn't help me. You were a big help, actually. All right. Let's see here. Well, I've fully explored the upstairs now, except for the doors that I cannot open, so I'll just go back downstairs. I have 2 lockpicks, and people are shooting off fireworks already. I warned you that might happen.
I don't get anything.
Okay, well, thank goodness. I also appreciate the run button. It makes this a lot faster. So, let's see here. This is blocked from this side, isn't it? Oh, no, this is the room I want. Okay. We put the Sun Medallion here. And it opens up this chest, which is an Emerald Key. So, I suppose we now have a way of opening up the green knobs, but the question now is it a one-time use item, or can we use it for all doors? My guess is we could use it for all doors. And also, I am going to the save point, and I am saving real quick, because I don't want to lose all my progress that I've made over the last 20 minutes. Oh my god! They did not like me getting that Emerald Key. Oh, that is so scary, guys. Oh. You sure know how to scare me, you know that? Okay, note to self. Don't ever do a safety save again. It's not safe. Okay. Was there... this is more for my own curiosity. Was there a reason that you decided to go with save points instead of just being able to save whenever?
The whole game is designed basically to make you feel insecure whenever possible. So,
well, it worked.
The idea is basically you have to have this fear of losing progress because something bad could happen, and that obviously goes away wherever something bad is about to happen. You see the little icon in the upper left corner that says "Now saving." That takes away some of the pressure. So the idea was to go with fixed save points to increase the odds.
That makes sense. I don't have the bullets to kill these. I'm just going to run past. Just leave them alone. If they're so hungry, they can just eat each other. Looks like my mental state. I can't remember if my mental state is best when it's white or...
It's best when it's white, so
okay,
it
good.
looks
So
fine.
it's all right. All right. So obviously there's a lot of Resident Evil influence here. I've actually I got a confession, I've never played Resident Evil before, but I could still tell I could still tell that there's a lot of influence. So were there any other influences for this besides just that?
Actually, there is a lot, not necessarily a lot, but some at least, some influence from Dark Souls that barely gets mentioned by players, funnily, because, for example, the whole idea that you have, for example, that the inventory doesn't pause, and for example, the reloading. This is not so obvious right now, but becomes more apparent when you later on have some boss fights, for example. The idea, for example, when you have a boss fight in Dark Souls, it's a lot of time finding the right
I'm
timing.
dead. I'm dead. I'm so dead. Wait, grab whatever that is. Grab it. I can't grab it. Do I need to get it from the other side? Maybe. I don't know. Yep, screwdriver. Yes, I'll take that. I don't know what I'll use it for, but I'll take it. Oh my goodness, this is scary. Okay. Also, yay. I can use the emerald key on more than one door. Awesome. Okay, Dark Souls. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, exactly. For example, that finding the right timing to reload in some heated situations.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the interconnected world, for example, because this becomes a little bit more apparent later on that there are a lot of shortcuts that connect the whole game world. That one point at the end of the game connects back to the very first area, for example. Stuff like that.
Oh, this cannot be good. Oh, this cannot be good. Please tell me I wasn't supposed to remember which word goes with which painting. No, I do not want to press that. I'm sorely tempted to go back and save all over again, but I kind of feel like it's not been long enough to make that matter. What's this? There's a painting of people beneath a nightmarish sculpture or structure. You can't tell what it is, but it gives you chills. Congrats, you succeeded. I have the chills. There is a note written. First, there were only 2 hands, but the more hands we had, the more hands were willing to join. Huh. I'm guessing that there's a specific order I need to press these in. Or, you know, I just press 1 and see what happens. Nothing happened. Okay, I'm alive.
This was actually the very first puzzle that I made for the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, I will ask this. Is this first painting with no button on it a hint for the rest of the puzzle?
Yeah, the last sentence.
First, there were only 2 hands, but the more hands we had, the more hands were willing to join. Okay. Well. Oh, you can't unpress a button.
No, you have to leave the room.
Oh, okay. I think I'll leave the room and come back in, because I feel like I've done this wrong already. And if I was doing it right, oh well, I'll just start over. All right. Also, this is a small thing that I noticed during the cutscene near the beginning of the game when they were crossing the sea on the boat. All the pixels line up with the foreground and the background. Like, the only ones that don't are the sprites, and that's on purpose because they're a lot smoother. So, I just want to say I noticed, and well done.
Thank you.
All right.
Do you want a hint?
No, I just realized that these paintings have numbers attached to them, so first there were only 2 hands, but the more hands we had, the more hands were willing to join. So I think we start with 2 and work our way up, is my guess. So that one says 3 women and a man. 2 men. Oh, you know what? A person has 2 hands, so 2 men have 4 hands. So I think we find whoever has... I think we just find the painting with 1 person on it and press that first. Do cows have hands?
I wouldn't say.
do cows have hands? This is important information. Chat, let me know. Do cows have hands? I've never seen a cow in my life. That's not true. I see them all the time. So I need to know if cows have hands or not. Table decked with fruit and flowers. 3 young boys. Okay, well that's 3 people. So I found... Okay, I think I know what to do. We start with that woman and the cow, then we go up here and press this one, and then the 3 boys, and then go back up and press that one with 4 people. Let's try that and see what happens. Oh, and then there's also this down here with, I think, 5 people. Yeah, okay, I'm going to do that and see what happens. Apparently, cows do not have hands. Today I learned. Thanks to this game, I never would have known otherwise. So, hey, you should get this game for your kids and tell them it's educational. Have them start young. Okay, just double checking. Yeah, okay. This has 3. There's more fireworks. I'm sure you don't hear it. 3 women and a man. And finally... Of course, you already know the answer, and you're about to tell me whether I'm a genius or an idiot.
No, you're doing very good. I've seen some
I'm
videos.
a genius! Yeah. It feels good to actually feel like I know how to play games sometimes. All right. Not bad. That's a fun puzzle, actually. All right. Well, aside from my 2 lockpicks... This is going to determine what happens next. The Green Book. Let's look at that. An old book about quantum mechanics. There's some kind of magnet placed on the hardback. Have we heard anything about a Green Book before now? I don't remember hearing anything about that. I'm going to assume the second I step out of here that I'm going to get clobbered. Okay, no, I'm alive. Okay, looks like there is one more... Oh, there's a few more areas upstairs that I could go to, and one downstairs that I could use the emerald key on, so maybe I'll work on those. Need to go to the save point. I'm out of meds, and I'm out of bullets, so I am very on edge. Very on edge. I guess I also have to ask... Unless you don't want to tell me because it's a spoiler. Is there a purpose to these paintings that have a word underneath them, or is it just part of the scenery?
It has a relevance for the story, but it's not related to anything else.
All right. Okay. Oh, wait, I could totally go in this door. This is going to end poorly, isn't it?
Most likely.
Oh, no, there's some notes here. Let's go. Wow, this is a big library. Okay, page from music book. Play it higher. I think we can go to that piano and try it again. Play it up an octave. Okay. Look at that. I think maybe that might make the piano work. I'm going to go up here. There's going to be a zombie. Okay, that wasn't even fair. I didn't even... It's behind the... You did that on purpose!
Actually, that was by chance now. Normally, approach is from the hallway in the center.
Sure. Sure, yeah. Okay. There's still stuff in there. I need to go back and save. If I don't, I'm going to lose all this progress. Then I guess I don't know what to do. I'm out of meds. I'm out of bullets. I'm so nervous about all of this.
I can now tease you and tell you that in the library there are bullets hidden.
If I could get to them. I was going to hope there was something in there. Let's see. I need to go. Is the piano room here? Yes, this is the piano room. Okay. I hope to God that zombies don't come out and scare me as soon as I'm done playing. Is this piano song anything in particular, or is it just something random?
That's just random. That's nothing special.
Oh, wait, I can combine this with the piano sheet. There we go. Now we'll use it. And you heard something move on the other side of the room. Please don't be something alive. Please don't be something alive. Oh, it's up here. And the purple book. Okay, there's a lot of books here. People like reading, apparently. An old book about the healing effects of plants. Can I find a plant that can heal me? That'd be great. Okay, well, the piano is now solved. There's a magnet on the back. Do these books have something to do with what we read about the necklace, perhaps? Or maybe it's something else entirely that we haven't read about yet. I don't know. This is what I was saying earlier, though. There's so much about this game. Like, it really shows that there's a lot more to it than you might expect at first glance. And now I need to make my way back to the save point and pray that I can make it. I'm not going to make it. There's like 2 zombies between here and there, and I am very, very wounded, aren't I? I'm not going to make it.
Maybe the one in the basement is close by.
There's a save point in the basement. Oh, there sure is. Forgot about that. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, you're right. So what was the hardest thing about making this game, do you think? I know that's kind of a big question, but I'm curious. What do you think is the thing that was the hardest for you to actually to make happen, I guess?
Well, maybe the hardest thing was when I first started working on this, I hardly knew how to code. So this was something that I had to entirely teach myself in order to get this all done. So this was the biggest challenge.
Go away. Leave me alone. All of you. Okay.
When it comes to story, this was a bit easier because when I went to university, I attended some classes for screenwriting, so this was easier to get done. But the whole coding part and getting all the systems in place, working together, that was a challenge.
I see. Well, for what it's worth, the that makes sense. The screenwriting thing makes sense because I'm playing this and it feels like a very well-written story.
Thank you.
They better not have hurt that little girl, I swear to God. Okay, well, now I'm curious. I'm going to do something interesting on here just for my own curiosity. I've saved the game, and now I'm going to quit the game. And now I'm going to reload the game, and I still have the exact same health. Man, it was worth a shot. Screwdriver. I'm trying to remember. Have I seen somewhere where I could use that? I'd like to say yes, but nothing's coming to me. I'll figure it out eventually. Oh, that is blood. That is a lot of blood. Sure, let's follow the blood. What's the worst that can happen? There's a zombie there. Never mind. Goodbye. I could do without the blood. I don't need to investigate. Whoever it is, they can take care of themselves. Oh, that is... Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, that is actually really bad. I wonder if I could just sneak past it. He's busy eating. Nope, that's... No. I cannot... It's just a way to get a shortcut back to the other end anyway, I think, so... I've got to find bullets. Have I gone this way? No, I have not. Because I cannot. There's a purple gem, okay? I'm going to have to take a chance at some point. Can I juke this thing? Probably not. But I gotta try. I think I'm at one hit and I'm dead, so I gotta try something. Nope. You are dead. Terrific. Well, I have my knife.
You can use it.
I'm gonna have to.
But your inventory is full now. I would maybe, for the time being, just leave the books.
Yeah, good point. I'll keep the screwdriver, though. Okay, how do I use this again? I'm trying to remember. Right, okay. Oh boy. These things are useless against the ghouls, so I'll go ahead and try it against that thing that is feeding. In here. Oh, no, not here. Up here. That is really gross. Oh, what's this? Oh.
But you can try to sneak by if you're really close to the edge of the wall. Maybe it works.
Okay. I'll have to. I'm very quickly running out of options. You know, I said earlier, it's pretty hard to soft lock this game, but I'm beginning to wonder if I have.
No, you can still do it.
Yeah, there's still plenty of things I can do. I do still have 2 lockpicks. I'm kind of thinking it's not even worth it to go up there, though, because all it is a shortcut back to the main
But there's
floor.
there's something on the wall. I don't know if you've noticed. When you go upstairs from here.
Oh, there is. Okay. Yeah, I didn't. So, I'll check it out. Oh, there sure is. Oh, there sure is. There's something written on the wall. Look under the red light. Where have I seen a red light? Have I seen a red light? Ponder. Maybe it refers to a fire? Well, I've seen plenty of fires. I don't remember where, though. This isn't even that big of a mansion, and yet I'm already trying to remember what's where. Okay, well... That's well and truly disgusting. I have to go this way. I have to.
But in the second floor, are there any rooms left to explore?
On the
I'm
second
not sure.
floor, there is. It looks like there's a few that I could access with the green, with the emerald key. Hmm. I guess I'll go up there and check that out. So, I I I don't know. I feel like whenever I use the emerald key, it brings me into a room with bad guys. It makes me really nervous to use it. Well, we got the clues, so let's go ahead and do another save here, just because I mean we're here anyway. Huh. I am struggling to think of anything to ask you right now, mainly because I'm fighting for my life in this game. So, chat, do you have any questions you wish to ask the developer since he's here with us? Why'd I go in here? There's nothing in here. Okay, I want to go upstairs, which is this way. Yes? Yes. I'm also very happy for the map. The map is making it really easy to navigate and don't have to worry about getting lost. I feel like it'd be really easy to get lost without the map.
Yeah, I think every survival horror game needs one.
Yes. It's very nice of people to just leave a map lying around in their own house. It's very considerate. Okay, I guess we're going this way to go upstairs. What was your favorite part of making this game?
The favorite part was the whole everything that's related to the story, because this for me is not just the most fun part, but also what I think makes the game stand out in the end. Getting all the characters connected to the plot and all the lore that's connected to it. There are a lot of documents that basically go very deep, not necessarily needed to understand what's happening in the story itself, but I try to include as little filler as possible so that everything you find, you already mentioned this, also the objects that you can inspect here in the mansion, that everything is related to the big narrative.
I just found a doorknob. All right, that'll make it easier to get back to my save point on the first floor now. Okay. Okay, Josh asks, tell us about the John Carpenter influences.
Oh, that's basic. That's a little bit okay. Where do you start? um, Basically, John Carpenter. When I always mention this Apocalypse trilogy, for example, for him, which is the movies In the Mouth of Madness, The Thing, and Prince of Darkness. And the thing, the inspirations when it comes to body horror are pretty obvious, I think. But what always the biggest influence for the overall plot is actually Prince of Darkness, because what I really enjoy about that movie is this connection between, on the one hand, you have this supernatural stuff that's going on in the movie, and on the other hand, you have this scientific approach to explaining everything that's going on. And basically the whole problems, the difficulties and tension in the movie that rises from that, and this uncanny feeling that the movie has and gives you, that you never really have this clear explanation of what's going on because science cannot explain it, and this clash between faith and science. This is something that basically translates in the overall lore and tone, not just of this game, but of the whole story, everything that happened before this game and eventually will happen later on in the story after the game ends.
Also, as a quick aside, thank you so much for putting painkillers in that room. I really appreciate it right now. Boy, am I glad I kept my lockpicks. Okay, well, I picked up the doorknob and shotgun shells. I don't have any room in my inventory to put bullets for my handgun, so I am going to... It's this door. Yep, I'm going to put the doorknob in this door so I can now open it from this side. I was wondering if that was eventually going to be a thing. Then I'm going to go to the save point and save. and drop off my shotgun shells because I don't have access to the shotgun yet. Under the red light. I'm still thinking about that. I'm trying to think what that might mean. I know that there's a fire in that one room, but I don't know. There's a fire in that one room, but I already have a clue about that fire, and there's still one room on the second floor that I can use the emerald key on, so I'm kind of thinking of doing that instead. I feel like maybe the fireplace is on the way, so I'll check that out at least. Anyway, yeah, John Carpenter, The Thing. Kind of get that sense from this game too. Please tell me this game isn't going to end with Miles facing off against... Oh man, what's the girl's name? I don't remember her name. The one that he came to the island with.
Olivia.
Yeah, probably Olivia, actually. Please tell me that they're not going to face off with each other and decide they can't trust each other.
No. I won't spoil anything, but I can tell you that it's not that.
Okay, well, the red light... Something is under a red light. Well, there's nothing here for that, so it's not that. My guess is there's an actual red light somewhere. So Andrai is asking, I'd like to ask, how much horror does this game have? Can it be played by non-horror / gore / zombie players?
I would. It does have a few jump scares, definitely. And
yeah.
Overall, it has this very tense atmosphere. I don't think it might look. Some say it might look cute due to this JRPG aesthetic, but I think there are other games that are horror themed that might be better fit for someone who doesn't like horror.
Yeah, I'll say this. Anyone who watches these streams regularly knows that I do not like horror at all, but this game is perfectly playable to me. It does have a few jump scares, it does have a few gross elements, but I'm playing through it just fine. I'm very fascinated with it. I'm having a blast playing it. So it might technically be a horror game, but it's not one that'll haunt your nightmares at night. Like this is perfectly fine. Oh, okay, so that was the final green door. You don't need the emerald key anymore. You discarded it. Let's see what awaits us. Terrific! Oh, no, it left me alone. I'm fine. I'm okay. This door is locked from the other side. Okay. Oh, can I get up to this? I'm gonna try. Fire extinguisher! Okay, that's good. I could use that. Oh my lord. Okay. Let me think. Oh my god! I can't think! I got no time to think! Get me out of here! Where am I? Okay.
Okay. This didn't go so good.
An old grandfather clock. Imagine that. Okay. There's got to be bullets or painkillers or something. Mild antipsychotic. My mind is fine. You can see something moving between the fir trees outside, but it's too dark to tell what it is. Great. This is a really long night. A vent. The cover is attached firmly by 4 screws. I have a screwdriver. Anything? Anything? Bullets? No, nothing. Rats. Okay. Well, seems to be the only way out of here. Jewelry box. An antique jewelry box. There's a hole in the top. At the sides are several unseeming buttons, almost like a puzzle box. What happens if I combine this with... Wait, I need to go to the other... What happens if I combined this with that? Even though you push the buttons at the same time, it won't open. Well, I tried.
So, how are we getting out of here?
Good question. Tremendous question. I don't think we do. I have this. I don't think it does nearly enough damage to to those things though. Let me think through my options. We have the fire extinguisher, which means we can go to the fireplace and finally get whatever's behind it, but we gotta get to the fireplace first, and there's a lot of things between here and there that want to kill me. Wait, can I sleep in the bed? Heal up? No, that would have been
This
nice.
would be a nice idea.
That would have been a really nice. Alas, too good to be true. Yep, they come from both ends. Also, I really wanted to pick up that note, but I think I have to kill them, otherwise they'll kill me while I'm reading it. Golly, I don't know what to do.
Maybe you can take one more hit, then you can make it through.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't think so. I'm going to take one of these. Nope. Well, there's all that progress gone.
I mean, you can always lower the difficulty if you notice it's too hard.
That
or
is
you're
true.
Stuck.
At this point, it's not that, though. It's more just... I'm out of bullets to shoot these things. If I could get my hands on that shotgun, then I have shotgun shells, and that probably takes them out in one hit. The problem is... you need a special key to open the gate to the shotgun, and I don't have that key. Unless the screwdriver counts as a key. Nah, probably not.
You could go back to the library with the one ghoul, take him out, and look if there's any ammo in there.
Or at least try and go around him. Because... yeah. Okay. Okay, good. This is the save where I had the doorknob put in. Okay, makes it easier to walk around. How many hits do the ghouls take with the knife? Because I think I did like 15 or 20 and it didn't die, but maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, I'm not sure. I think it should be around maybe 12 or so. 10 or
Okay.
12. Depends on the difficulty, obviously.
Let's find out, shall we? All right. So you have your story, and you have the survival horror elements of it, and of course you need to learn to code in order to make the game happen.
Yeah.
What else goes into making a game besides that? I mean, obviously you have to worry about things like music and sound effects and UI and stuff like that. But I feel like a lot of the actual, worrying about the programming stuff is not wrong room. Is just making the game happen. So did you let me think about how to ask this. Is the game we see now basically the game that you had in mind from the beginning, or did it have a lot of changes between then and now to make it more playable or closer to what you decided later you like better? Like, how did the game change as you made it?
Okay. Yeah, I mentioned earlier in the beginning that there was less combat in the very first concepts for the game, so there was less focus on survival horror and it was more focused on actually horror-themed adventure, I would say. This was but this wasn't interesting enough. So back then, in the very first iteration, it was just a mansion, and the idea I had at the very beginning was that you are on this island and you have cycles, day and night cycles over the course of multiple days, and each time something different happens, and you talk to the people on the island. But eventually, it wasn't tense enough for what the story was, and there needed to be some stakes that needed to be included as it's more interesting to play. So that was the biggest change, but this was very early on, to be honest. So maybe 2021 or so when I decided to go to the survival horror route, and that's basically the biggest change there was. Apart from that, the whole level design, for example, that was pretty clear from the beginning. I think there was not one location in the game where it did major changes to the whole structure or layout, for example. So this, for example, the whole layout of the mansion that we have right now, this was the very first thing I did. I think it was Christmas Eve 2020 when I just drew that on a piece of paper, and it stayed like this basically until the end.
Okay. So the layout of the mansion, you basically made. How hard was it to lay out the mansion? I guess because I'm not a developer. I just play games, but I've always felt like for places like this, there's got to be a lot that goes into it to make sure that you can make sure that the player cannot get soft locked essentially.
Yeah. Actually, the first thing when I started making this game was I had this guideline for myself that I said I don't care if the layout and how the rooms that are connected here, if it makes sense. For example, this is for the everlasting discussion for the very first Resident Evil games. There are no bathrooms in the RPD, and there's just one bathroom in the big mansion of the first game, and this was the very first thing that I decided for myself. I don't care if you need the Glenitas key and you find it in the bathroom and that opens the library. This nonsensical structure that many criticize about these kinds of games. It was clear for me this was something that I wanted to do because I think that's fun. And when you have this guideline for yourself and decided what you want to make, it becomes pretty easy and everything quickly falls together when you say, okay, I want to have this puzzle and I need a proper location in the layout where I can use it.
Okay. Where are the bullets in this place? Because it looks like I can hide from that ghoul pretty easily by his line of sight follows
I can tell
me,
you.
and I can trap him in between the cases. But
do you want me to tell you, or do you want to look for it?
I'm gonna try and look. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Nope. Reset.
But you can't take him out easily with the knife because you have so much room. You can walk back when he comes too close.
I take it his health regenerates whenever I leave and re-enter the room, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Okay. Here, come this way. This way. There you go. Stay on that side.
Oh, that's a good idea.
As long as he doesn't do it to me. Oh no, he's gonna do it to me. Oh boy, let's try that again. Okay, this will work. It'll take a little bit of time, but it'll work. Just stay there. That's 3 hits. 4. 5, 6.
It's almost like a boss fight.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. Okay, he's down. He's down. Let's go. I feel like I just did something impressive, even though I know I didn't. I didn't. Okay. Wait a minute. The books. The green book and the purple book that we picked up. They go in here. I don't have them on me. Okay. Well, let's find those bullets and then find the other 2 books and bring them in here. I assume nothing happens until we put all 4 missing books where they belong. But at least we can start that process. That is really clever. Okay,
So
well,
the thing is, I know I've put you through this. Basically, I have to tell you something. I forgot that initially there were bullets in this room, but for the full version, I removed them. I'm sorry,
okay.
but you learned how to use the knife, so that's a plus.
I learned how to kill a zombie who can't see me with a knife. Okay. We have more information. I could take 2 hits. I don't know if that's going to be enough for me to get in the room and back out upstairs.
Okay, let me give you a hint.
Yeah.
You can go into the room with the monster that's chewing on the maid, and you can sneak by, get the fire extinguisher, and leave the area before you approach the 2 ghouls in the room beneath.
Okay. It's possible. Let me put the 2 books in the library while I'm thinking about it. Okay, it is possible to sneak by that thing. I assume maybe there's a technique to it. Oh, you know what? Is it because I was trying to run? You know, let's just go and find out. I don't think I was trying to run. But let's find out together. In any case, I don't really have a choice. I need that fire extinguisher to progress the game. I've pretty much done everything else I can. The library was up this way. There we go. It's kind of fun. Like it's like solving a really big puzzle. Except that some of the pieces have pieces of their own that you need to put together before that piece fits in with the rest of it. Okay, this is about herbalism, and that's about quantum mechanics, and this one's about the healing effects of plants. So let's use it right there. This is about physics, so now we use there. And we got 2 more spots for 2 other books. I wonder what those will be. That's for us to figure out later. Let's go upstairs and get that fire extinguisher, I guess. Oh boy, you must really enjoy watching players get all nervous as they play this game.
It's kind of fun, yeah.
Just a little. Again, any other questions in the chat, please feel free to ask. Okay, so we've talked about Resident Evil and Dark Souls and a little bit about John Carpenter. What other influences were there when you were making this game? I mean, obviously, it's a indie pixel art game, adventure game. So, were there any other retro pixel art games that inspired the aesthetic, the look of the game?
No, I started the first time I made some horror games was when I was, I think, 13 or 14 years old, with the RPG Maker 2000. This was in 2001 or so. And back then I already made some horror games, specifically in the German RPG Maker community back then when I was a kid. And basically this is just a continuation of that because I had so many ideas and I wasn't able to get them done in the years when I... Oh, so before I continue,
Yeah.
when you have to sneak by at the very edge and do not run, just walk, and then you can carefully open the cupboard in the upper left corner, take the fire extinguisher, go back the same way, and it shouldn't notice you.
All right. And if it does, I still have 1 more hit, so... Okay, got it. Let's go. It's a little disappointing that I can't go down and get the stuff in the next room just because I know there's stuff in there, but I don't have the ability to kill what's in there, so I'm just going to go ahead and take what I can get for now, see what the fire extinguisher gives me, and work from there.
Yeah.
All right. So
So that's why this is the pixel art style, because that's just basically something that I was familiar from back then.
Yeah. Plus,
and
I
wanted
assume
to,
pixels are a lot easier to work with than 3D models.
yeah, exactly. And for example, also when you have no major programming skills like I do, it's easier to do this in the 2D environment than
Yeah.
going straight to 3D.
Did you design the pixels yourself for the sprites or the background, or did you have to commission someone to do it, or did a friend do it? Like how
No.
is that made?
Oh, a majority was commissioned with an artist that I still work with today, and I'm pretty good at editing things. So, for example, when you see all these drawers that are here in the mansion, I had one design for me, and then I made basically various variations for it for myself. So, usually goes that way.
We just got the weapon locker key. I could get that shotgun. Ah, yes, yes. Progress. All right, well. The pixel art is really well done, actually. I like it a lot. Just wanted to say that.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, I could go in here. This is the wrong room. Oh, but I could use the fire extinguisher on this now. I forgot about this other one. And the sapphire. Wait, sapphire. The way it is cut suggests that it needs to be inserted into some... Is this the hexagonal thing that we can put in that one door? Nah. Well, I'll try it, but I don't know. In any case, there we go. We just got that too. I'm glad I happened into that room because I completely forgot about that. Okay, up here. This map is very useful, very helpful. Okay. Now, I should be able to get that shotgun. And use the key. And we got the shotgun.
There you go.
Who wants some? Trophy earned. Get the shotgun. I would recommend you guys, everyone watching, if you do get the game, don't look through the trophies list. There's quite a bit there that might give away some spoilers for the game. Or maybe not. But still, I think that this is one game where you will do well to not spoil yourselves just in case. Okay, well, are there more bullets, handgun bullets, somewhere in the mansion, or from here on out, is it shotgun bullets only?
Oh, I'm not sure if there are more pistol bullets. We have to look at the map. I'm not sure now if there's anything left.
Well, basically, I guess my question is, once you get the shotgun, do you still need the handgun, or will...
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. The
Okay.
shotgun, you should always save just for the bad guys, for the big bad guys.
Oh, right now
Or the
it's my
ghouls you
only
can't get around.
Right now it's my only way to get through that room. I'm trying to remember. Oh, that's the library. Okay. The library is the only room in the whole mansion that I've been in so far, except for that one with the clue that I died in last time. The library is the only place that is incomplete. Everything else is either complete or I can't get to, so... I know you just said save the shotgun for the big bad guys, but I think it's my only way. If I can sneak past that first one, then I just have to worry about the two smaller ghouls, and...
Yeah, it's enough to take one out. You can leave the other one.
Yeah. Then I can leave the other one and just go around the table. Then don't have to worry about it. Yeah. And I do have 10 shots of my shotgun to work with, so let's do this. Boy, I'm nervous. So, what's been your favorite thing about watching people play through this game? Like, is there a certain reaction that everyone has that you just love, or is there things that they say that you've never thought about before? What's it like in general, I guess, just watching people play this game?
There are a few sections in the game that I like to skip to see the reactions of people. That a few of them I don't want to spoil, but some of them are already here in the mention. When it comes to the very first jump scares, to see the reaction of the people, it's really funny. And there are a few ones later on that are also very interesting to see. There are also some interesting shorts on TikTok and so on. That's really cool. And I always watch, obviously, if someone plays the whole game, either on Twitch or on YouTube, I always watch the ending, because that's also really interesting for me to see the reactions there.
Okay. Well, I just took care of that guy. Thank goodness. Okay. He won't be bothering me anymore. Let's go ahead and check out the file that we just picked up. Memo from Charles. Joseph, Adam, I noticed your confusion about William's arrival today. I wasn't informed about this either. You must contact Blackwood immediately to prevent a disaster. It's impossible to predict what the implications of his arrival may be. William is interesting. It feels like every time anyone talks about him, it's not good. So, I wonder what his story is. Plus, wasn't he supposed to be dead?
Yeah.
Yeah, he sure was. Isn't that interesting? What a coincidence. Anyway, I know you're not going to talk about that anymore. So.
That's the thing, because I don't want to spoil anything, so I can just confirm.
No, the inventory's full. I can't grab the jewelry box. I guess I don't need my knife while I have my shotgun. I should have thought of that.
You could pop the 2 pills, because...
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Anyway.
You're right. I'll take the jewelry box. Again, I'm not sure that it actually matters. What happens if I combine the sapphire with the jewelry box? Oh, it did let me.
Ooh! Yeah. There was this notch in the top.
Sapphire? I didn't even know that was... Oh! Oh, I feel kind of smart now. Look at that. I just got a sapphire key. Okay. Cool. Where can I take it? There's somewhere on this very floor I could take it, as a matter of fact. Oh, there's more stuff in that room with the ghoul. I should be able to avoid it, though. There's something in this drawer over here. Okay. More shotgun shells! Okay, that was it. Oh, guys! Life is kind of awesome sometimes. Do people usually get hung up on that part, or are they like me and they accidentally figure it out and feel like they actually know how to play games?
You mean the part just now?
Yeah,
with the box?
or I made the sapphire key.
Yeah, all kinds of situations. It's funny because the people that are my age, I would say, that grew up with LucasArts adventure games, they usually don't have any problems at all. But when you look at players who aren't used to these kinds of games, it's fun. It's funny to see on what kind of puzzles. I've seen people stuck at the painting puzzle for hours, and
wow.
The solutions they came up with, what might work, was so over-engineered that I was just fascinated by how far you can think when it comes to such a basic puzzle, basically.
Yeah, I think that's probably one of the interesting things about when you finally publish your game, is that it's no longer your game, it's everyone's game, and everyone plays games differently.
Yeah, exactly.
This sure looks like a red light to me. It's a red lamp on the desk. It doesn't seem to work. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? And there's the blue book. How's my inventory looking? It's full. It just feels like... I don't know. It feels like getting this sapphire key was like a ginormous breakthrough. Like there was nothing left in the game for me to do. I was just saying, like, the only choice I have is to get the fire extinguisher. We got the fire extinguisher, we got the weapon locker. We get the weapon locker key, we get the shotgun. The shotgun lets us get to the jewelry box, and with the jewelry box, we were able to get the sapphire key, and now we just opened up so much more of the mansion all at once. Like, oh, it's so fun.
It's a feeling when everything falls together suddenly, because most of the time you're stuck and you're not sure what to do, and then you unlock one thing after the next.
Oh, I want those painkillers! I don't suppose I could just set something down, grab the painkillers, and then pick it back up again. Probably not.
Nope.
Okay, well, I am going to be walking around for a little while because I can go put that book downstairs, then come back up here, grab the painkillers, and use those. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to check this room, because what if this is a safe spot? This was not a safe spot. Better not be something in here about to jump scare me. Another lockpick, though. I'll take those. 2 of them, even. Okay. Oh, there's the bullets! About time. Okay. I got some stuff. I got stuff that I can come back and look forward to using. I'm going to unequip everything, actually. Okay, I need to remember. Go downstairs, put away the book, come back upstairs, pop the painkiller pills, go into that room, grab the bullets and put them in the gun, and then I still have an empty slot for something else. But maybe I should go back to the safe and put stuff in it. I don't know. This is interesting, because now I got to think about inventory management, which I haven't had to think about until now. Okay, what kind of book is this? About the human cardiovascular system. What has cardio ever done to help me? This is about modern medicine, and the other one is about architecture. All right. Put it there. Okay, 1 book left, and I assume that once that final book is in there, that'll essentially end, or that'll essentially bring us to the end of this section of the game. Like, I feel like, you know, please don't correct me if I'm wrong, because I feel like I'm figuring this out on my own. I feel like once you get all 4 books, it'll unlock like a secret passage or a or an item of some kind that'll bring us to the first boss. So, yeah. Or it'll just give us another lockpick or something, you know, who knows. Okay, bullets, yes, combined. Thank goodness I have 10 bullets now. Where are those painkillers? Painkillers. There's a lot of painkillers in this mansion. And use that. I'm back to full health. I forgot what it was like. But yeah, I did start on moderate difficulty. I decided I could have made it a little easier on myself, but 1, I wanted the viewers to get a more authentic experience of what they can expect if they were to play the game themselves. And 2, that was the default, so I figured, okay, that's probably fair. Sure. I did notice that once you have beaten the game on hard difficulty, it unlocks very hard, and then I guess the equivalent of ultra hard, whatever that's called.
Yeah, that's in the Dead of Darkness. That's the highest one you can unlock later on.
I assume that's one of those you die in 1 hit to everything sort of thing.
It's brutal, yeah. Not 1 hit, but 2 maybe.
Here's the big question: have you yourself beaten the game on that difficulty?
I have. Even the thing is, you can once you've beaten the game, you can start a new game plus, so you can carry over all your upgraded weapons, and you can then and you can approach. For example, you could finish the game on easy with your upgrade weapons, and then start a new game in the highest difficulty. And I've beaten it even with the standard difficulty. So when you start a vanilla run on the highest difficulty, but it was, even for me, it was tough at times. So you need to know the game inside out to make it on the highest difficulty.
All right. Of course, I'm sure speedrunners are going to figure out a way to beat this in like 3 minutes. Like, you know how speedrunners are. They're going to find something in order to make it a little easier on themselves. Do I want the screwdriver or not? You know what? I'm going to at least put away the knife, because as long as I have bullets, I don't need that. So I'm going to put that away. Keep the screwdriver for now. And... okay, and the sapphire key got discarded as well. Okay, that frees up a lot of my inventory. Okay, I don't know what to expect. Let's go. What is this? Who keeps suits of armor? Gold, silver, and bronze. Who just keeps these around in the room somewhere? This makes no sense. And it's not letting me interact with this cupboard for some reason. Huh. That's weird. Anyway. Are there zombies inside of these about to pop out? Oh, wait. No, I see. Okay, I see. I need to push these into the appropriate spot. So I can just... I could just leave and come back because I already screwed up. Notice how quiet you are. You want for me to figure this out.
Yeah, I won't spoil it.
They're put in a very interesting place. It makes it kind of difficult to move them around. Let's see. Am I overthinking this?
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that there's not enough room for me to push them down into one spot and then go around them and push them the other way. So there's got to be a specific order of doing this. Or is there? Hang on. Maybe there is enough room. Let me at least push this all the way up to that. And then push it this way. And then can I go... oh, I can. Okay. Okay, so that's fine. Okay, in that case... nope, not that way. Okay, these things are a little smaller than I thought they were, so that means that I can push it just fine. Okay. Now all I need to do is push them into their appropriate spot. No, I didn't leave enough room because I'm an idiot. Okay, try again. But that is the solution. Okay, we got it. Please tell me I'm not the first person who struggled with this.
No. But this room was one of the rooms that during testing caused a lot of unforeseeable issues, actually.
Oh.
So I spent a lot of time in this room figuring out
Okay.
to make this all work.
Did you have to, like, change the size of things? Oh, hello. That was weird. Kind of caught on my foot there. Did you have to change the size of the statues or the room itself, stuff like that?
Yeah, collisions and hitboxes so that it all works together, that nothing gets stuck. Yeah.
Okay. I assume that as long as it's on the tile, it doesn't need to be, like, pixel perfect, just as long as it's like... oh, yeah, I just saw it go down. We're good.
Yep. Okay.
All right. Let me put gold where it belongs, and then silver should just slot right in place. Okay. I also feel like it's kind of fun. Like, when I first found out that you could push things when I just pushed the car off of the grate in the garage, that was fun. It's like, oh, wow, it just added a whole new layer of... it's not going any further down. Oh, there we go. It just adds a whole new layer of interesting complexity to the game that I wasn't expecting. like the games that keep giving you new ways to progress. It's those are really really fun. And we're about to find out if this was correct. Of course it was. Yep, opened up. What did we get? It's the red book. That's the final book. I think that's... I am going to guess that once you put this final book in the library, it will give you the purple key. That's my official guess. We're about to find out. The most difficult is a puzzle where you can push but not pull. You try pulling a 4,000-pound suit of armor. A lot easier to push. It's so nice to walk around with full health. It's a beautiful day. So nice. It's probably also interesting when you watch other people play the game and they get stuck on parts, and it must be frustrating for you to not be able to yell at them. It's so easy, just do this.
No. It's a learning curve for me as well, to maybe explain some things in a different way in the next game, for example. But yeah.
Pearl key, there it is. I got to admit, I never played those LucasArts adventure games, never. But that being said, I feel like most of this game is explaining itself very well. Like it's really easy to figure out where to go, what to do. Except for when I made that sapphire key, I was just screwing around just to see what would happen, and lo and behold. So, hey, I think I'm just saying, like, if I can figure out how to do this, that means that you've made a really well-designed game.
Thank you. But in these old adventure games, one of the reasons you mentioned this earlier, when you hold the left button, that you see what you can interact with in the environment and where items are and where exits are, for example. This is basically me frustrated from my childhood when you played these old adventure games and never knew what to do. What can I click? What can I inspect? So this is a feature that I basically came up with. Also, other adventure games made this as well, so that it's easy to know in a room what is it that you can really interact with, what's important, what's not important, for easier navigation.
Well, I was just saying how I figured it all out. It seems that the pearl key does not open up the purple doors.
Yeah, I think you haven't seen the area yet where you can use that key.
Oh. Well, I got some more exploring to do. Oh! I have this whole area downstairs. I haven't finished exploring down there. Now that I've got a gun, I can. That's right. Okay, downstairs we go. Okay. So there's more. That's fine. I'm more prepared this time. Wait, where am I going? I was going the wrong way. Hang on. More prepared, as I was saying. So you were saying, like, the game is hard even for you on some of those difficulties.
On the highest, yeah.
On the highest difficulty. Did you have a difficult time, since you know this game inside and out because you made it, did you have a difficult time making it so that, like, finding a way to make it difficult enough for players?
Yeah.
Like finding a way to make the difficulty just right for players.
Earlier you asked what's the hardest part, and I said something about programming, because that's true. Balancing was actually the hardest part. Know that you mentioned it, because even in this moderate difficulty, when I look at for example, the beta testers that helped me in doing the final tests for the game, there are some that said the game on moderate, for example, is far too easy. They showed me screenshots of the inventory box being completely full with med kits and ammo, and they never used the first aid kit in the entire playthrough. And other players who completely struggled and didn't know what to do and didn't have any ammo and got stuck in boss fights. And this was really difficult to figure out how to find the sweet spot for the moderate difficulty setting and then adjust the other ones around it. That took a few iterations to get it done. And even now, there are some people who really struggle on moderate, and I try to even it out so that there are some checks at various points in the game where the game checks your inventory and your item box and adjusts the resources you get, so you cannot get stuck or soft locked. But it was really difficult to figure that out.
Okay. There's a seashell engraved into the doorknob. Okay, well, this is where the pearl key comes in. The key is for this one door, apparently. Okay. So, I didn't come down here anyway, so, okay. Well, that's where that goes. Well,
Before you do anything,
yeah.
have you saved your game?
I will go back and save right now, because there's a save point right there. I mean, I did just save on my way down here, but may as well. I kind of figured if that key was for one door only, then that's probably a boss. Plus, there's so few things others... Oh, not that way. Plus, there's so few other things going on. So few other places for me to go. So, yeah, it just makes sense. Okay, back here. Save. Sure. Well, if it's not a boss, I'd rather save anyway, just to be safe. Down here. Oh, yeah. We're following the blood. That's right. Also, this is something I was wondering about this. Sometimes the screen stutters a little. At first, I thought it was a frame timing issue, but then I realized whenever the screen stutters, there's a little sound effect that goes with it. So that leads me to believe that it's intentional. Is it intentional?
Sure.
Okay. Here we go. What in the world? Okay, cutscene.
You can't hide forever.
Told you it was the bad guy. I called it. It's always the guy in the white jacket. That is well and truly disgusting.
Please! You again?
That is a really creepy voice.
What happened to you? I remember you now. I remember everything.
See, kids, this is what happens when you don't eat your green vegetables.
Remember me? What are you talking about? So it worked. It really worked.
This guy is gross.
But it doesn't matter.
It'll give me great pleasure to kill him.
There's no point in wasting any more time with you. I'll scrape the flesh off your bones.
Oh, he jumps. Yes, take the shells. Is it possible to beat this guy without the shotgun, actually? I wonder. I mean, theoretically, yeah, because it's just damage.
It is possible, but it's hard. You can also do it with the knife, but it takes a while. And I tested this all myself to make sure it's really possible, but it takes a while and it's really hard.
Hmm. Well, there you go. For people who like challenge runs, beat this guy with the knife. Go all Crocodile Dundee on him. Did I get the reload off? Hard to tell. Okay, yes. Oh, I'm really slow. I'm trying to remember what the quick option is for taking the pills. Wait, I don't even have pills, do I? Shoot. Let's go!
There we go.
Soon you will wish you had died.
You first. Whew.
Mrs. Graham, are you in there? This is Miles Wyndham. Open up.
Mr. Wyndham,
Hey, she's alive!
You're safe now. Are you injured?
I'm fine.
Hey, she's fine.
Is that...
Hey, can't help but notice she has a purple gem around her necklace. You don't suppose that that has anything to do with opening up those doors, do you?
Mrs. Graham, you know why I'm here, right?
I mean, the note did mention a purple gem on the necklace, so... we'll find out.
Because of that letter, right?
Yes, the one from your husband, Charles. He claimed to have information about my daughter. Where is he?
He's gone. He's been missing for days.
But I received the letter just this morning. Postmark suggests he has sent it yesterday.
Oh no, it's not like that. He handed me that letter weeks ago. The same day William returned.
Ah, okay. Well, that's that part of the mystery solved.
He told me to send it out if anything happened to him.
What? So you know nothing about my daughter? He never mentioned anything.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wyndham, but Charles kept his affairs close to his chest. I don't know what to tell you.
You mentioned that he gave you the letter the very day William arrived here. What can you tell me about your son?
William fell ill as a teenager. Charles arranged a transport to a specialist on the mainland, but the helicopter had a malfunction and crashed into the sea. William's body was never found. But given that he's here now, it seems that was all a lie?
Or was it?
Are you saying someone faked your son's death?
I don't know, Mr. Wyndham. I don't know what to believe anymore.
Something tells me it would take finishing the game maybe more than once before you finally get all the answers.
I don't
Yeah,
know where
definitely.
he's been all these years, who took care of him, why he never reached out. It doesn't make sense. Where is he and his family now? Are they safe?
Owen shot Ophelia and took Kathy. I searched the house, but I couldn't find them.
That fool.
Any idea what he's up to?
I'm not sure, but I think I know where he went. There's an old house in the north. We refer to it as the House of Always.
The House of Always. Is that a new location that we can actually visit in the game?
Hmm.
Okay.
It's dangerous.
This
More of a
mansion
tomb, actually.
was just the beginning.
It's forbidden for the staff to go even near it. But Owen and Charles spent a lot of time there recently. The cistern is connected to it. We can get there from here.
I also wanted to ask, these character portraits here, the really high quality art, were they always meant to be part of the game, or did you sort of add them on towards the end of production when you decided to add a bit more?
No, that was always the plan to give because the pixel art itself is very limited in expression that they give during the dialogue, for example. So it was always it was very. I think this was done pretty early. I think also in 2022 or so that I created most of these character portraits together with the artist even before the dialogue was completely finished.
Oh, wow, okay. Well, it's very nice art.
We better hurry.
Follow me.
Okay, where now?
This bridge leads to the cistern. We can reach most of the old buildings from there. Follow me.
Okay, what just happened?
Are you
Oh!
okay?
You took out the bridge. What did that bridge ever do to you, man?
Yes, I'm fine.
Is there another way?
Yeah, jump. Or swim, or...
I
don't
wouldn't swim through that.
know. Yeah, just dive in the water and wait for high tide and anyway.
There's a separate entry north of the guest house. It's a detour, but the only other way.
All right, I'll meet you there. Stay safe.
Okay. Well. Okay. You know what I'm going to do first and foremost is I'm going to go back to that save point. Because I don't know when we're going to have another one. There might be one in the very next room, but are you willing to take that chance? There's not one in the next room, is there?
No, it's no. There's one coming up, but there's still some surprises in between. So
Yeah, surprises. Hooray. Okay. Well, we beat that first boss, which makes me very happy. Check in here. It's just the knife. Okay. I also find it interesting that the save file only accounts for the time that you've physically played the game. The cutscenes don't count for that.
yeah, it's pure game time.
Yeah. Find that interesting. I'm not going to say it's good or bad. It's just interesting. I don't think I've played many other games that work like that. Okay, I'm going to assume I go this way.
There's one room that you overlooked that you might want to check out.
Okay. Oh, the one that she was in. Do players miss this one a lot?
Honestly, I don't know, but it's easy to revisit in case you notice.
Mm-hmm. Pistol parts. Oh, okay. I take it this can upgrade that. Handgun plus. All right, now it'll take 5 shots to kill zombies instead of 6. Worth. Wait, what was she doing in there with a pile of pistol parts? Probably trying to make a pistol. Okay. Oh, hello. See how good this is? 5 shots instead of 6. Called it.
Mm-hmm.
More lockpicks. Okay. What else is in here? Holy cow, this is big. Guest house basement 1. Oh, there's more! Okay. Painkillers, take that now. Thank you. Okay. Okay. You unlocked it. Oh, okay. I guess this is one of those rooms where you can only get it from one side. There's the map of the guest house. Okay. Oh, there's a room back there that I could take upstairs? Great. Now I'm getting easily distracted.
Yeah, this is now where the whole world opens up a bit.
Oh, it's locked from the other side. Got it. This is where the whole world opens up a bit. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I thought that the manor was big, but it's small compared to everything else that this game has to offer. Oh! Sit down. Sit down. There's some boxes of washing powder. Huh. Okay, I've got a few options of places I could go to. I'll try them all. The inventory is limited, yes. You can hold up to 8 things at a time. 50 shotgun or 50 handgun shells. Hello. God is my
Let's
witness.
see how long they last.
God is my witness. I will never go hungry again. See how long they last indeed. I just upgraded my pistol, though. So that'll help. Oh, God, I'm out. I just shot accidentally because I fat-fingered. Okay, let's try this again. Feast interrupted. That was my first scavenger I've killed. Antipsychotic and whetstone. What is a whetstone for? What can I do with that? Huh. Well, whatever it is, I've got it. Although my inventory is now full. So, maybe I shouldn't have picked it up. Oh well. Wait a minute. This is a laundry room. Bandages? Wait, I used it and nothing happened. Or did it happen?
You normally use them when you have bleeding status.
Oh, well, I guess I must have them because it worked. Oh, I guess so.
You can use all the healing items in the game. You can use them anytime so that you cannot get stuck.
Okay. Note to self: save the bandages next time. The sign beneath the portrait says Lionel Brooks, 1538 to 1601.
You mentioned this earlier, but when you play the game for the first time, it's easy to follow the plot and everything, how it works together. But if you do a second playthrough, a lot of the information that you find here, the paintings and the documents, it gives a very fresh perspective
Yeah,
on the whole story.
Like it's like when you enjoy anything for the first time, a game, a movie, a book, you read through it and you're just trying to get from point A to point B. You're just trying to get to the end. Then when you go through a second time, you pick up on tons of things you didn't notice at first, and it starts to make a lot more sense, and gives you more lore and more everything. And I think that that's tremendous. And I just found my safe spot, so that's where we're going to end for today. Oh, wow. Man, this is a really good game. I'm having a lot of fun, and I'm scared for my life half the time, but you have done an incredible job of making this game. Again, I'm someone who I really don't like horror at all, but this is a game where I actually want to pick it up and play it more, even when I'm not streaming it. So you've just done such an incredible job of making this, and I just got to say congratulations and thank you for making it.
Thank you very much.
Well, everyone, this has been Dead of Darkness. It's out now on consoles. Go get it. Please support Marcus, because he's just made an incredible game. I believe this is sitting at 9 out of 10 on Steam. I've seen a lot of great reviews, all of them well earned. Get the game, get your trophies, all that stuff. I should play it Alone in the Dark. There's a tremendous idea. I'll get right on it. Anyway, Marcus, thank you so much for joining me today and providing some insight on the game and sharing your thoughts and answering our questions and just hanging out and maybe even helping me get out of a tight spot once or twice.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It was great. It was a lot of fun, and I hope everyone who picks up the game will enjoy it.
I'm sure they will. I know I have. Is there anything that you'd like to add here at the very end of the stream?
No, just basically all the feedback you have when you play the game, feel free to tell me, to hit me up on X, for example, on Blue Sky. I'm always open for feedback and eager to know how you all enjoy the game, what you like,
All
what
right.
you don't.
Apparently it's part of Steam Summer Sale, so there you go. No excuse. No excuse not to get it. Well, thank you, Marcus, for being here, and thank you all for watching. Shout out to the lurkers, and shout out to everyone watching on YouTube afterwards. I'll be back on Sunday continuing my playthrough of Crime Opera 2, The Floodgate Effect, so that's something for you guys to look forward to. And who knows, maybe sometime in the future I'll be back to play more Dead of Darkness. I know that I definitely want to. Once again, Marcus, thank you for joining me. And that'll bring this stream to an end. On behalf of East Asia Soft, I have been Skull, here with Marcus, the developer of Dead of Darkness. Anything you want to say right now? Go ahead and say it.
No, that's fine. Thank you. Thank you all very much. And bye-bye.
Yep. Have yourselves a great day and a great weekend, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.